Michigan State Police are in Taylor investigating a shooting that took place during a training exercise in Heritage Park.
One person ended up getting shot and is now in the hospital. Fox 2's Camila Mary has been working on this story all day. She joins us live with more. This, as we were discussing right here in studio, is just kind of a wild story, Camille.
Yeah, it really is. Of course, trying to figure out how something like this happens. Still an active scene you can see behind me, but let's take a look at some video that we got earlier today and let's kind of break down what we know. Of course, as you said, Michigan State Police investigating this incident. Late afternoon, we received word about this training incident that obviously went horribly wrong. These were auxiliary officers, training. And I want to point out that auxiliary officers are not sworn officers. They basically back up police officers in situations, but some police departments, they carry guns, some they don't. This was a training exercise involving a civilian person. A civilian role model is what they're calling this person. Somehow, Michigan State Police say that one of the auxiliary officers' gun discharged with a live round, a live bullet, ended up shooting the civilian in the stomach. This civilian, they are not saying whether this was a man or a woman, last listed in temporary, I should say stable condition in an area hospital. Of course, how did something like this happen? Was this a gun where possibly the person who fired it thought maybe this was a blank? Did they accidentally discharge this? I mean, there are so many questions. We were here, for a long time. Obviously, police were being very tight-lipped about what was happening. But one of the things that my photographer and I noticed that was very interesting was a pickup truck with two people inside it, presumably witnesses. They may have been family members of this civilian. Obviously very shaken up, very upset, not wanting to talk to us at all, speaking to a police officer at length before finally leaving. Taylor Police not saying anything about this incident at all, of course, referring everything to Michigan State Police. Michigan State Police now, of course, talking to anybody who may have been in the area, but this is not a popular area of the park where a lot of people were out because the weather was nice. This is in the back. This is in a wooded area. So a lot more questions tonight than answers. Obviously, a very fluid investigation at this hour. And of course, we're going to bring you the latest information as we get it. And for now, we're live in Taylor. Camila Mary, Fox 2 News. Dave, Hillary, back to you.
Yeah, Camila, looks like there's still some officers there. Are you at the park or are you at the police station there?
Yeah, we are at the park. It's really dark here. It's been raining. You can probably see that there's one car right now that's blocking this area, and then there are some Michigan State police officers. That's a Taylor police officer right now. Incidentally, too, when we were out here earlier, when it first happened, we were actually closer to the scene, and then we left and came back, and they had actually pushed everything back. So the perimeter obviously larger than it was initially. So many questions right now. Of course, we are hoping that civilian person who was involved in this training exercise is going to be okay, but a lot more to come on this, no doubt.
Yeah, we hope to learn more tomorrow. Thank you, Camille.